are live here on Change Our Minds, and I wanted to get through this topic with my man Jody. What's up, dude? We're here. There was a controversial story that came out this morning, yesterday, actually, I guess, about there's been a lot of boycotting Mulan. Have you had a chance to see Mulan, Jody?
I'm not going to comment on it yet because I only seen 20 minutes before I fell asleep. So I'm going to rewatch it and give the review. So I only seen the first 20 minutes.
There's a bug flying in my studio. It might have been the phoenix rising from Mulan. So you're waiting to review it fair, but you fell asleep is a good sign. I was not a fan of it. And so I could see boycotting it from that perspective.
I completely understand why.
Paying $30, whatever. It becomes a Mary Sue in the movie. It's a total mess. No character development. So many problems with the movie that I broke down in my review.
I already saw that in the first 20 minutes, bro.
The first 20 minutes really show you everything. That's like it's all downhill, and then it's just a bunch of crouching tiger scenes where she has her chi, and you're like, what? What happened to Mulan being just a badass? I don't know. Maybe it's part of the Chinese legend, whatever. Anyway, there's the creative side, and then there's the fact that its star was against she was against. I'm trying to get into all this. It's hard to know it all, but she was against the police.
I read the whole thing, so it was.
I forget what the actress was. The actress.
Yeah, it was.
Go ahead if you know it. I'm looking for it.
Well, yeah, go. Yeah, it was mostly the special thanks that brought attention to it. They noticed the little special thanks, and they realized the region in which that special thanks went to, which is autonomous and known for having training and basically labor camps. So basically, and it was a whole bunch of evidence in this article from when they were filming it. So this is ironclad evidence here. So in case they try to deflect or dodge, or Disney, who has not responded for comment yet, ladies and gentlemen, all of the documents prove that they were actually in these locations that was actually tormenting, laboring over 1 million Muslim. I forgot the name of their. It's hard to pronounce. Uyghur Muslims.
Yeah, so these are basically concentration camps, is what's going on here. And it's Uyghur. Yeah, I think it's Uyghur Muslims. Is the group in this Xinjiang is where it is. But so the problem was, they were shooting in these internment camps, and sort of thanking the organizations that run these internment camps. And basically thanking them at the end of the credits, as I've seen in other reporting, like they're basically like thanking the Nazis for, their support of getting this film made. And when you really look into it all, it's like it's pretty messed up, because there's a lot of stuff going on in China that's what we try to I sort of ignore, because it's like, well, not my business, I guess, whatever. But what's crazy is like
stuff going on
all these people who are just so like liberal, like Hollywood, you'd think would not be happy with knowing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that this is happening, and the fact that Disney just blatantly will do whatever to film around the concentration camps and thank the people involved in them just to get China's money, just shows like how messed up Disney is. And so all the other boycott, I'm trying to find the specific region, because the actress is also like was against or pro Hong Kong. But I'm going to find out what we're looking. But
so for a very long time, it's known that they have these concentration camps, for lack of a better word, these concentration camps that are torturing people. And Disney filmed Mulan there. Like, imagine that. Like, that's like making a movie about. That's like making
Schindler's List, right?
On actual plantations. You know what I'm saying? It's like filming Django in actual slave plantations that were actually.
No, but here's the difference. Not even just shooting them, but they're still going. That's what makes this big. Because even like Schindler's List, you could argue, well, they shot like in Germany, like they were trying to, but that's history, right? They're trying to do a history story. Here they were filming Mulan, and they were using these entities as sort of like, oh, it's cool, while there's actually internment camps happening right now as we speak. And then thanking the entities who are running those internment camps. So just to get to it, and I found the other thing, but so here we go. So the big budget remote Mulan already subject to pro-democracy boycott. That was the problem. The actress LIVEI made comments last summer showing her support for police forces in Hong Kong at a time when people in Hong Kong were protesting newly suggested policies that would allow citizens to be extradited to mainland China. She shared it on Weibo, a popular Chinese platform that I support Hong Kong's police. You can beat me up now. What a shame for Hong Kong. And it got into a lot of trouble. So but beyond even getting into sort of the politics of the China-Hong Kong debate, like this one's, it doesn't even matter what you know because this is just wrong. So they've come under fire for filming scenes in China's Zhejiang province, where Beijing is accused of perpetrating human rights abuses against Uyghur Muslims on a massive scale. And I've done more homework. Like it's happening. This is not like accused of. Like
still now.
Go look. It's happening. Yeah. Not only did Disney shoot in the region, but the studio appears to have offered its gratitude to Chinese government agencies involved in alleged abuses. Following Mulan's release, some viewers began noticing a special thanks in the film's end credits to 8 government entities in Zhejiang, I'm mispronouncing this terribly, including the Public Security Bureau and the city of Turpan, where China is believed to operate over a dozen re-education camps that hold Uyghurs in extrajudicial detention. So holding these in detention to re-educate them. And it also, and the credit sequence also extends a thank you to the publicity department of CPC, Zhejiang Uyghur Autonomy Regions Committee, the Chinese Communist Party agency responsible for producing and managing state propaganda efforts in the region. The Hollywood Reporter has reached out for Disney content. No comment. For years, Disney has been under international scrutiny for its treatment of Muslim minorities in Jiangxi. It's estimated that over 1 million Uyghur residents have been detained in extrajudicial internment camps. Uyghur residents have reported being subjected to grueling political indoctrination regimes, forcing labor, and forced sterilization, part of the alleged government program to suppress birth rates in the Muslim population. China says the detention camps are part of the peaceful effort to improve the region's security and economic development. But they shot in approximately 20 locations in China, including all these places where that stretches into this questionable area. And then the film's director, Nikki Caro, also shared photos of desert sands in 2017, captioning that they were there. So, look, this isn't cool. This isn't cool. This is now it's like been noticed, and a lot of reporters and people are figuring it all out and realizing it. And the reality is, like, Disney doesn't care, right? Disney wants Chinese money. They will bow down to China to get the extra revenue in the box office. And what's going on in China isn't okay. Like, people don't want to they just want to bat a blind eye to it. But the reality is, like, we shouldn't just be catering to them. Like, what they're doing isn't always great. And it's especially like the type of people who would be, most bothered. Like, it's funny. They're all focused on so many other things right now. But why isn't this trending nationwide? This is a legitimate reason to boycott Mulan, to be like, whoa, guys, this is just tone deaf. What are you doing? I don't want to support this. And I don't know how you get out of it. They want to ignore it clearly, but I don't know. This is a bad story that I want to make sure we're getting out there, because I don't see it being pressed enough. And I'm not okay with it. I don't like this. And the more I look into it, which I intend to do even more so, it's despicable what Disney does. And again, all for the bottom line, right? More money for the mouse house, right, Jody?
Yeah, they go to China to appease them, right? Just filming in China alone wasn't enough to, like you said, get that box office. But they filmed in those certain parts, Xinjiang, those certain parts of China on the low, because those were cheap filming locations. Imagine how much they charging you to come through one of their concentration camp lands where nobody's coming to film a movie. That's like super greedy to me, bro. That's what's like, God, not only are we going to make a bad Mulan movie, but we're about to come to China to do it, and we're going to do it in the places that's probably cheapest for us to film it. Oh, and never mind that, that's where the concentration camps is at and shit. Don't worry about that. That's just Disney doing what Disney do, baby. Just like Nike. Adidas but Nike, man, they got them sweatshops. It's deep. And let me tell you, man, on a personal level, we're in the United States, bro. We're spoiled. But I do understand, and it's hard for us to try to think and put ourselves in other people's positions. I try to imagine what it's like for the people in those camps right now. They're legit not eating, they're dirty, getting whipped and beaten. That is going on right now. I try to envision the sadness and the depression and the oppression that they're going through every single day. And to know that we over here on the West, spoiled as we are getting a film that no one wanted. By the way, we didn't want a Mulan live action. We said leave it alone. But no one wanted, and we're getting a film that was filmed right where they're being persecuted, bruh. That is sad, bro. That is some sad shit, but it's to us because where we're at, we don't know because we're dumb and uneducated because we can't see the camps. We can't see how they're being treated, but just know it's happening. And I feel like if we just got a glimpse on the massive scale about the terrible things that happen in those camps, we would all come out in the droves at Disney's doorstep and they'll be forced to make all these changes, bro. I just feel like it's because it's swept under the rug, man.
Yeah, I think it was Keo who said, but at least we're going after Warner Brothers and Jeff Johns, right, Ray?
Right.
It's like, my God. But here's a good thread.
So much bigger.
So Disney worked with four just to put a better perspective, this guy put it well. The site of genocide against Muslim. Here's the story of the insanity. What's wrong with thanking Jiajing? Well, more than 1 million Muslims in Jiajing, mostly of the Uighur minority, have been imprisoned in concentration camps. Disney worked with regions where genocide is occurring and thanked departments that are helping implement it. Here's a screenshot buried at the end of the credits about who Disney thanks in China. Notice the publicity departments. That's a mistranslation of blank, which is propaganda department. It's especially galling that they thanked the Public Security Bureau of Japan, which released a chilling document telling officials how to respond when relatives asked about their family members in concentration camps. They're in training school. Officials were chillingly taught to reply. They have very good conditions for studying and living there, and you have nothing to worry about. Why did Disney need to work in Jiangxing? It didn't. There are plenty of other regions in China and countries around the world that offer the starkly beautiful mountain scenery present in the film, but in doing so, China helps normalize a crime against humanity. In 1946, Disney released Song of the South, which glorified life in the plantation in painfully racist terms. Rightfully ashamed, Disney later pulled the film. It's now difficult to find a copy. Mulan is Disney's most problematic movie since then, not because of its content, but because of the shameful compromises Disney made in order to shoot it. I mean, look, he's got good points there. This doesn't make me happy, and this isn't politics to me. This is just disgusting. No, this shouldn't be left or right issue. This is people are genocide is happening in this country, and you're just sort of batting a blind eye to it so you can get the pretty mountains and then sell it for $30. And just know, when you buy it at $30, some of it's going to the Chinese government because they sort of helped make that whole movie happen.
I would have never bought this shit, bro. I swear on my life, I wouldn't have bought it if I knew this, man.
I didn't know it either. I didn't know it either, and I think a lot of people don't know it. But I think Disney needs to do a way bigger job at clarifying this one because this is messed up.
I contributed to this, man. I'm a part of it. I'm a consumer that contributed to this, bro, and I'm a part of it now. So we all are. Everybody who paid, even though we didn't know, we're unbeknownst to us, we are a part of it, bro. Is the machine? That's sick, man. I don't like the way that makes me feel. It doesn't make me feel good, man. And I'll just off of a movie that seems to be whack anyway. No one wanted this, man. God, why was she so skilled from adolescence? Why is she?
Jody, trust me, I was equally upset about it, but this makes me more upset. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't understand what they were doing. Why they chose to make her like a child, so good at things that we didn't even get to meet her as an adult. Yeah. By the time we meet her, she does her dumb scene at the matchmaker and then decides to run off. It doesn't even do the iconic cut the hair moment.
That matchmaker scene made no sense. She didn't even ruin the joint.
Rushed movie that makes no point. And as I said in the review, when you take out the music, you got to replace it with similar character development and story, and they didn't. Without reflection, there was no way to get to know Mulan or what her conflict was. She was just sort of like, oh, what's going on? I hated the movie, but I hated even more knowing that not only did I support feeling like I had no idea what they were doing making this dumb movie, but this is going on behind it is just it really sucks. So yeah, anyway, be careful, be out there. I'm waiting for Disney to make a comment. They need to, because this is they prefer people just stop talking about this and keep paying the money. But this is dangerous. This is bad, and we got to be better. This is human rights. This isn't politics, and this isn't right. And I don't understand why more Hollywood people, they're just afraid to stand up against Disney. Jody, is that what it is? Like, where's Mark Ruffalo on this?
Powerful,
like,
bro.
Mark Ruffalo should be even, people like that who are so vocal on all these political issues. They're not coming out for this one? Like, hey, Disney, what's going on here? Can you please clarify? Like, shit.
It's the mouse, bro. The power, man.
It's
no
crazy
one dies
how
at
powerful.
Disneyland, bro. Nobody dies at Disneyland. That tells you everything. They own Anaheim, and I'm pretty sure they own Florida. They own wherever they go, bro. They're powerful, man. I ain't trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it is what it is, my man. It is what it is. Disney is a huge corporation that you don't want to tote with. You don't want to be on Disney's bad side. At least that's what we see by the actors. And you're right. Where's everybody talking about this? You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a couple of people who aren't on the end, but the main Hollywood crowd, where's that at? Where are those humanitarians, man? I'll be having my eye open, seeing what they gonna say. I want to see it.
Facts. Well, stay tuned. I'll be covering this. Let's see if Disney makes a comment, clipping this one for YouTube as well. So thank you guys for watching it. Thank you for watching Jody. Be sure to subscribe to him over at Jody's Corner. And you can subscribe here for more, or better yet, become a member. So you can always catch these instantly. They're always available right after our live streams. And you can catch the whole live stream in its entirety. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back with more content. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. We're going to be wrapping up right here. Thanks, everybody.